Neelan watched Jarmusch's Dead Man and became so offended by it, he wrote an entire journal article on it. While Neelan is not a fan of Dead Man, he does describe the film as raising the question of independent archival projects within the context of Hollywood genre. While Hollywood does not portray accurate history, it does build popularity for the subject. Neelan points out a problem with how Hollywood portrays Native Americans. Hollywood plays an important role in building popularity for a topic. However, we should never expect Hollywood to depict accurate history. During my research of Oxford Online and Project Muse, I found an article on Indigenous People Without the Republic by Gregory Evans Dowd. This article was important because it demonstrated how Native Americans assimilated and accommodated into a newly formed American society after the American Revolution. It is interesting to note that after the Revolutionary War, North American settlers disregarded British policies and American policies and dealt with Native Americans with the norms of borderland diplomacy and therefore acknowledged native sovereignty and interest in part. Another part of Western mythology that has entered Hollywood is cannibalism. In the early experience of Anglo mountain culture, the atrocity of cannibalism was a recurring theme. Alfred Packer was a prospector, cannibal, and possible murderer. Packard showed up at the Los Pinos Indian Agency near Gunnison, Colorado, on the morning of April 16, 1874, after spending the winter crossing the mountains from his camp. Packer initially lied, but then told the story of 5 men who had been killed by the rest of the party for food. Packer entered Western mythology through Hollywood with The Son of Phil Ochs, The Ballad of Alfred Packard in 1964. There were films that followed. The Legend of Alfred Packard in 1980, directed by Jim Robertson. Cannibal, the musical, directed by Trey Parker in 1996. Devoured, The Legend of Alfred Packard, directed by Kevin Rapp in 2004. The fact that Americans celebrate historic violence demonstrates Americans' addiction to violence. What do these 3 articles mean when you put them together? Well, it's important to understand that Native Americans started assimilating into American society right after the American Revolution. And that's a stepping stone for relations developing out west. And it's also important to understand that Hollywood plays an important role in developing America's image of itself and its mythology. However, we don't need to leave it up to Hollywood to depict accurate history.